I traveled all the way to Malapascua specifically to see the Thresher sharks. After a late-night flight from Busan to Cebu, I took a van and a boat to finally reach the island. My main dive spot was Kaimud Shoal, and I went with Ocean Passion Dive Resort instead of a Korean-run shop. The conditions were perfect. An average air temperature of 28 degrees Celsius, 1-hour dive times at about 15 meters deep, and 28 degrees Celsius water. The sea was dead calm with no current at all. For my gear, I wore a Scuba Pro Ulex 3mm top with shark skin titanium, 2 chill-proof long pants, and Scuba Pro shorts. While Malapascua has so much more to offer than just sharks, seeing the Threshers was definitely the highlight. The secret to seeing them is patience. If you try to get too close, they'll just get spooked and swim away. But if you stay still, they'll slowly approach you with those big, shy-looking eyes. There are a few important rules. Never use camera flashes and stay mindful of your buoyancy. Getting scratched by fire coral on the bottom really hurts. Kaimud Shoal gets crowded with divers, so we all need to be respectful and avoid startling the sharks so everyone can enjoy the view. The journey to Malapascua isn't easy, but the moment you see a Thresher shark, all that fatigue just melts away. It takes about 40 minutes by boat from Malapascua to Kaimud Shoal. Since it's such a popular spot, we headed out at 6 a.m. sharp. Even though we left that early, there were already other boats there getting ready. It was a bit tiring to wake up so early, but honestly, it's the best way to avoid the crowds. Every dive shop is different, but I felt like the Thresher sharks came much closer to us since it was so quiet and peaceful. The first dive was pretty empty, but by the time we finished our surface interval and went back in for the second dive, there were already quite a lot of divers. After the second dive, we had a quick meal on the boat and moved to another spot near the main island. I'll be posting the marine life from that site in my next video, so please stay tuned for that. For this trip, I brought 2 cameras, the DJI Osmo Action 6 and the Insta360 Ace Pro 2. These 2 are the most compared action cams for diving right now. I shot everything on default settings with no color correction or editing at all. I've labeled each camera in the top left corner so you can tell them apart. I'm not a professional reviewer, just a beginner, but I thought it would be fun for you to see which color profile you prefer. I wish I could have filmed them side by side at the same time, but unfortunately, they were filmed on different days, so please keep that in mind while watching. Personally, I felt like the Osmo Action 6 looked more true to life, while the Insta360 Ace Pro 2 felt like it had a bit of built-in color enhancement. Which one do you like better? Let's chat a bit more about the real star of Malapascua, the Thresher shark. These creatures are even more mysterious and fascinating than they look. 1. A tale of 2 names. Did you know where their name comes from? In Korean, they are called 환도상어를, meaning circular sword, but in English they're called Thresher sharks. A thresher is actually a tool used to beat grain. They got this name because they use their massive tails, which make up half of their entire body length, like a whip to stun their prey. They're basically the ninjas of the shark world. 2. Why Malapascua? The secret of Kaimud Shoal. Thresher sharks are actually deep sea dwellers that usually stay 200 to 500 meters down. So why do they come up to Kaimud Shoal? For a spa day. Every morning at dawn, they head to shallower reefs, shoals, to let cleaner wrasse fish nibble off their parasites. While Monad Shoal used to be the go-to spot, these days, Kaimud Shoal has become their favorite hangout. It's one of the few places on Earth where you can witness this morning routine every single day. 3. Scary sharks? More like scaredy cats. You might think all sharks are terrifying, but threshers will change your mind. Just look at their eyes. They're huge and perfectly round. They evolved those big eyes to see in the dark depths of the ocean, which gives them a surprisingly cute and innocent look. They are also very shy and sensitive. If divers make too much noise or blow big bubbles, they'll get spooked and swim away. This is why it felt like they came closer to me when the site was quiet early in the morning. 4. Friends we need to protect. Sadly, thresher sharks are currently listed as vulnerable on the IUCN Red List. They are an endangered species because they reproduce very slowly, making it hard for their population to bounce back. It really makes me realize how much we need to respect and protect our oceans so that we can keep meeting these amazing creatures for a long, long time. To be honest, I was a bit bummed at first because the visibility in Malapascua wasn't as great as I'd hoped this time. But that magical moment of encountering a thresher shark in the stillness of the early morning, man, that's something I'll never forget. I guess since the ocean doesn't always show us its best side, those brief encounters feel even more special and precious. I'm definitely not a pro at filming, but I hope these raw clips from a beginner's perspective help you out with your gear choices or your next trip planning. For those of you stuck between the two hottest cams right now, the Osmo Action 6 with its natural true-to-life colors versus the Insta360 Ace Pro 2 with its bright and vivid look. I hope this comparison was useful. Which one do you personally prefer? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Malapascua has so much more to offer than just thresher sharks. I'm currently editing footage of all the cute little sea creatures I met near the main island, so I'll be back with that very soon. Don't forget to check back for the next one. Thanks so much for watching and reading along. I hope you all have peaceful, safe, and amazing dives. Happy diving!